As the hype builds around a major motion picture release, like say Star Wars for example, I have this expectation of hearing certain qualifiers that'll say maybe, just maybe things are fine. For example, I expect cast members to tell me how brilliant this thing is, how great it's going to be, I'm going to love it. What happens when they tell me something different though? What happens when they say, hey, that's going to leave you asking questions? That's the whole point, but it might actually divide you, especially considering the movies we've had before. What does that mean then? Hey there, so today I want to return to that wonderful world of train wrecks, and nothing says quintessential train wreck footage quite like Disney's Star Wars. Now today we're going to be covering an article with Naomi Ackie talking again, and Naomi Ackie is one of the reasons that I know that this movie, it is going to be a failure, at least on some major front. How do I know that? Well, she's already been braced as the next Kelly Marie Tran, and rather than going and taking that positive note, because the media is already out there, already willing to spin things, she's come out again and started talking about this movie. When she's talking about this movie too, she's not talking about it in a good way. It's being spun in a good way. But well, when you look at what she's saying here, I think it tells you plenty. Words again like division with audiences, yeah, that's a terrible thing to hear. Now, before we get started into this, if you like this kind of content, make sure you're subbed to this channel. And thank you sincerely for doing that these days. I appreciate you folks. Like these videos? Well, others will like them too. So wrap them up, slap a bow on it, send it out as a present, because people, sharing is indeed caring. Also, if you want to help this channel out in different ways, well, there's a few ways to do so. They gave me a join button. I can't believe it, so check that out if you want to. There are links in the description. Heck, they even gave me shirts. I can't freaking believe it. If you want to check out the one product that I truly recommend though, Case of the Littlest Umbrella. It's our initial foray into comic books, and it won't be here forever, so check that out, and thank you in advance. So when we're talking about articles, and we're talking about Star Wars, this is from Naomi Ackie. Again, if you don't remember Naomi Ackie, she's already been braced as the next Kelly Marie Tran, with her literally making contact with Kelly Marie Tran saying, hey, when you got bullied offline, how did you handle that? Because you know what? They introduced my character well. When people looked at the design, they laughed at it. They made fun of it. Monsters. Monsters indeed. I love how these people deal with this. Well, now we have a new article coming from the same person. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker star admits movie will leave fans with questions. There might still be more questions, and that's the whole point. Now, that alone does not sound bad either, nor does this first paragraph here. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker will bring the Skywalker saga to an end when it's released next month, but that doesn't mean episode 9 is going to have a cut and dry ending. That's okay. I mean, we're talking about a galaxy far, far away. Note galaxy. You remember when we had extended universe, RIP, that beautiful, beautiful thing? But yeah, I mean, we aren't expecting every story to be tied up. So this thing, it's not just a statement, it's a statement. Yeah, really, I'm shocked here. I'm totally shocked. But continuing, Naomi Ackie, who will play the helpful warrior Jay in the upcoming film, and excuse me for shortening that to Jay, but I didn't want to butcher the name and I haven't heard the enunciation yet, continuing, has admitted that fans will still be asking questions when that series comes to a close, but that's the point entirely. You see that typo there? It threw me off twice when I was recording this. Great job, Digital Spy. Great job indeed. Continuing, hinting at an open-ended movie, Naomi also told Metro that Star Wars fans will ultimately be divided by the conclusion. There are some people that leave it that might feel good, like they've got everything they wanted, she explains. But there might still be more questions, and that's the whole point. The story continues. Now, when I look at that, and I look again at a shill site talking about it, a shill site telling me what this says, they utilize the word divided. Also, Naomi Ackie talks about some people people might feel like they got everything they wanted. That means that there's going to be a lot of other people that are going to be dissatisfied when they get to the end product, because this end product, well, it's probably going to leave us with a little bit more Last Jedi redux. We're going to have even more of the thing that most people loathe, and well, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we indeed? You think about that word too, division. That means that people inherently are going to break off into their own camps. They're going to look at this product and they're going to say, why, God, why? You've murdered this. You've murdered the nostalgia of my childhood. And I guess people are probably used to that now. Still, this would be a great opportunity to go out and to fix things. But then again, if you think about the way that, say, a Bob Iger responded to this, saying, hey, we're going to actually look at television now. We're ending these movies for a while. They're going to go the way of the dodo bird. Maybe we should have been able to predict this outcome. Maybe they're telling us what we're going to get all along. And again, it shouldn't come as a surprise, but still, these people are telegraphing this to us. Don't go see this movie. Here's a crazy thought, but let's humor them. For once, let's actually hear what these people are saying. Let's put our listening ears on and say, yeah, all right, you want this stuff? Well, you can keep it. You can keep it for all time. Thank you there. But continuing on, speaking from her own perspective as a fan, the actress said that the rise of Skywalker, quote-unquote, encapsulates what the whole saga has been about, adding that she at least feels satisfied with this end of an era. So she's going to look at it as a perspective as a fan. Now, she totally doesn't have any kind of vested interest in this, does she? She doesn't actually get anything from its success or going out and shilling for it. Oh, no. Being tied to that? It's just a fan dream come true. Never mind the money. Never mind the fact that you're still tied to Disney that could put you in 1,000,001 movies. And never mind the fact that we also have the TV shows. And your character, it could just return. I mean, hey, you never know what might happen. Oh, man, Bob Iger. Bob Iger indeed. And if you don't like that stuff too, well, she's ready for you. I mean, she's got her Twitter equivalent of jailhouse phone book armor on. It's called the abort button. She'll push that sucker and just go flying out of social media, doing the Kelly Tran. But continuing on, I think I will feel like it's been a long time coming, and it'll feel like a conclusion to what has been a brilliant saga, she added. Now, I want you to look at that statement with me, because this is a very nondescript statement, first of all, but also it says something in it that, again, maybe I'm overanalyzing it, but still, check this out. I think I will feel. I don't know how I feel at this time. She's already told us that this kind of stuff, it's going to be divisive. It's going to make people ask questions. And some people are going to feel like they leave that kind of feeling satisfied, which means maybe she doesn't know what camp that she falls into yet. I know that's a crazy thought when you think about that, but still, So continuing to the other part there, and it'll feel like a conclusion to what has been a brilliant saga. So she's not necessarily saying that this is going to be a brilliant conclusion to the saga. She's not saying that it's going to keep up its brilliance. She's saying, hey, you finally got an end to this saga. It's finally over. It's finally over indeed. Again, maybe I'm reading too much into that. Maybe I'm just looking for something there. But when somebody tells me that they know everything about a movie, they know how people are going to react and then they don't know how they feel about it, and they don't give glowing remarks, like I said at the beginning, I have this expectation of certain qualifiers, and they're not met here. In fact, we're as far from them as we can go. We've seen a lot of this stuff too in recent weeks. We've seen Ray come out and tell us this is going to be a dark movie. There's going to be things not expected. We see Jar Jar Abrams come out and tell us, hey, I kind of listened to George Lucas and then I ignored everything. We've had all of this stuff there. So I wonder what we're going to get. But anyway, you tell me what you think about this stuff. And I would say go and look at the other Naomi Aki video too, to really get a feel for how all of this stuff has come together as well. But if you like this kind of content, you know that drill by now. Like, share, all of that beautiful stuff. And I want to end by saying one thing. I try to say this with every video. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you empowering these endeavors. These folks, here's the perfect example. They have forgotten who does that, and that is you. Sure, you can make a product. Sure, you can put it out there. But if people don't want to watch it, well, then they won't. They'll end up like this. So, I want to thank you for showing up. Like I say, I want to thank you for going in, leaving comments, pro or con. You don't have to agree with me on that. Just have fun with it. Heck, make the comments section fun and lively. And I want to thank you for showing up for other videos. We do this at least one more time a day, so check that out. And we'll be doing this stuff again really soon. Thank you.